All right, so remember when drinking milk used to mean it came from a cow? Not anymore. Dr. Joey's here now with all of the options and to break down what's really in each one. There's so many, Joey, so thank you so much for breaking it down with us. Let's talk first about why someone would want to stay away from cow's milk.
So true. There's so many alternatives, and you'd want to stay away from a cow's or goat's milk if you're sensitive or allergic to it. So symptoms such as congestion, bloating, bowel irritation, frequent infections, you sort of know if you are sensitive or allergic to a dairy product. And these days there are so many alternatives. But when you're picking your alternatives, just be careful that you're picking one that's lower in sugar, higher protein, and if possible, Trace, calcium fortified.
Okay, all good tips. Do you want to walk us through what some of the other options are, starting with soy milk?
I do. Okay, so you're right. The first is soy milk, which is a nice alternative. It's high in protein. It does have 8 grams of protein per cup. It's really tasty, good for smoothies. There's always a pro and a con. The con is some people are actually allergic to soy, so that wouldn't be a suitable option. So soy does have some pros though, the protein being number 1. We also have rice milk, and rice milk is really nice, very hypoallergenic, good for people with allergies. If you've ever tried rice milk, it's a little bit thinner, so it doesn't taste as full as the other milks, and it has very low protein. But from an allergy perspective, Tracy, it's 2 gold stars. Most people can tolerate it, no problem.
And probably good for people like me who just don't like milk at all. Like you almost want it to be as thin as possible, right? Talk to me about Talk to me about oat milk, because that's super popular right now.
Super popular. Actually, a lot of the coffee places are now carrying oat milk. Very good, very creamy, very tasty. Has half the amount of fiber that you really want, something called beta glucan, really fantastic. Drawback, a little higher in sugar and a little higher in carbs, but really, really good. If you are celiac or gluten sensitive, you have to make sure that the oats are gluten-free. We also have a great option too. It's a hemp milk. Hemp milk is great in omega-6 and omega-3s, very creamy. This milk is gaining a lot of momentum. People are starting to really sort of incorporate hemp. It also has protein in it, and it is very easy to digest, so hemp is a great option.
Next, you say that coconut milk might be a good milk to use in our morning coffee. So tell us about coconut milk.
Of all of the milks, this is my favorite milk because it's creamier. It comes from coconut cream and water, so it fills you up. It has really nice fat. It is hypoallergenic. I'm all about the coconuts. So you can get a coconut creamer or coconut milk to add to your morning coffee. And if you put a little nice cinnamon and vanilla in there, presto, you have the yummiest coffee you can have in the morning. So I tend to love a coconut milk. Also great if you have a nut allergy. There's no nut issues with the coconut milk, so it's super great too.
Let's talk about the nut-based milks though, because they're super popular and you've got a couple of them.
I do. I have cashew milk here, which is really good, really creamy. I put it in soups or smoothies. It is great if you have a nut allergy, of course, it's out. Has some protein, which is great, has some fat. I really like it in fall soups because it tastes like milk to me, and it really adds that depth. It has like a nutty, earthy taste, so I love it. And then there's the ever popular almond milk, and people love almond milk if there's no nut allergy. Really easy to get these days in the stores. A little bit lower on the protein, but if you're looking for a milk alternative, it is great. And I like to make my own almond milk at home. It's so easy. And a little bit more time consuming, but easy.
Yeah. Good for you. Okay, we will put that online for everyone, cityline.tv for that. Thanks, Dr. Joey.